What's up, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more of The Cure as we continue through Wish 1992. Thank you as always to Phil. And the next song is Cut, which is a single word title. Obviously, a cut can be a noun. To cut is also a verb, and that can include a verb / interjection, like a director calling cut, to cease the acting, to stop the production. So, yeah, again, it's hard to get a read on a single word title, but any one of those things could, of course, be fruitful ground for Robert Smith's songwriting. So let's see what I can pick up. This is The Cure, the song is Cut, and it's from their 1992 album, Wish. one. So the guitars were especially wild and dynamic. I don't know if that was a wah-wah pedal, but definitely it felt like there was some distortion on the guitar work because it was sort of like pulsing forward and back, even like with a single chord. So yeah, I imagine that was a pedal or some effect on the guitar work. And the drums just cycling, flourishing, constantly, frenetically in motion, which also describes the track as a whole. So yeah, very energetic, very relentless in its drive and energy. And Robert's vocals, like, number one, still with that intensity, that emotional intensity, but here a bit more powerful, like, less heavy and weighted and melancholy, and more, I don't want to say lashing out necessarily, although lyrically I feel like it kind of is that, or at least it's a judgment. It's a declaration of what he sees from the other person, which is they don't feel anymore, they don't care anymore, they're speaking in a way that's not like before, and the whole thing is framed like, if only you did this like you used to, if only you did this, if only you still were this way, but you're not, you don't care anymore, you don't feel anymore, it's all gone, whatever there was before is now no more. And so it's sort of like a lament and, for lack of a better phrase, a lashing out. It's just, it's making very clear, this is what I see, you don't give a shit anymore, and, if only you did, then maybe this could be different. So, definitely a sentiment that speaks to exasperation, a frustration, almost, like a throwing your hands up in the air. It's like, well, I can't do anything about this if this is how you are. There was one line about, like, your mouth saying sweet lies, and I didn't know if that was like now the person is doing that, or I thought maybe that's what they did before, but now they can't even be bothered to do that. Now they're not even, trying to say things in a way that sounds more caring or sounds more palatable than they did before, or I just confused myself. But yes, like that before they were trying to couch things in a certain way, but now, it's not even really that. They're just like, whatever, like, I don't care. So, yeah, definitely a tune that speaks to the pain of the narrator, but in a different way than a lot of other Cure songs and Robert's vocals hit in that manner. So, yeah, I do wonder about the guitar work. It's gotta be a pedal or something, just because of that wow. Like, it had this really, distorted sort of quality to it, but definitely a cool tune. And, I wouldn't call it, like, blues rock, but it had kind of that intensity mixed with a bit of that flavor. So yeah, like alternative rock with a bit of a blues flavor, somewhere in that category. In any case, we are, I think, closer to the end of the album. I think there's still a couple more to go. In the moment I forget, I have been downloading, thank you again to Phil, the tracks from this one by one, because at the beginning of this album I try to download the whole thing, and maybe it was just a network problem. My internet sometimes does give me problems, but it failed downloading the whole thing, and I was sort of like on the clock for that week, so I just downloaded the one track, and I've been doing that since. So in the moment, the point is, I don't remember how many are left, but I think we have to be getting close to the end. So in any case, let me know what you think, and this little bump on a chair and I will see you next time. Peace.